All right, here we go. We are set. Ohayo gozaimasu. Nigatsu hatsuka mokuyobi desu. It is Packaging Unboxed. No, it's not Packaging Unboxed. It's Packaging Today Show. That's what it is, man. I came out of the...
Were you speaking Japanese?
I was. I told you I grew up there.
He lives in Japan. He still does.
I do, man. Hey, my name is Evelio Mattos. We've got Adam Peak, People of Packaging Podcast. We've got Cory Connors, Sustainable Packaging Podcast. And we're finally back, the three of us. Cory's been out on assignment, man. So we'll get to it. We'll learn a little bit about what you did in Japan. Heard you're really big in Japan. And yeah, any questions you got?
Literally, yeah.
We got Cory-san.
That's right, Hugh. Thank you.
Hugh-san.
Hugh-san, yeah. I'm impressed with your Japanese speaking abilities, Evelio. I'm amazed at how many places that you've lived and the influences you've had in your life. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, good times.
Seriously. Yeah, I know we joke about it, but it is really
it's so awesome.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's fun. I grew up in Hawaii, and when we first moved to Hawaii from New York, my dad he's like, there was an opportunity to go to all Japanese school. It's like an immersive Japanese school, and I went there for like probably 2 years. I loved it and I hated it because they would make you eat the food, and it was a little bit too authentic for me. And you would be forced to eat it. So there's stuff that I loved and stuff that I didn't love.
Yeah.
The stuff I didn't love, I still don't love today because I was traumatized. But
do you like the seaweed snacks?
They're all right.
Yeah, my buddy growing up is half Japanese, and I go over to his house, and he'd be like, "You want some snack?" I was like middle school, and I was like, "Sure." I don't like these actually. These don't taste like crackers.
Like seaweed should be for packaging, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
That's where it all started.
That'd be a great hoodie.
Cool, man. So, all right, Cory-san, you went to Japan. Where'd you go?
Yes, went to Osaka, Japan, to speak at the United Nations Environmental Program. They have a very elaborate program globally, different locations, including New York City, and I believe there's one in India and Japan. I didn't look up all the locations, but this is the one we were focusing on. And they had a kind of a global conversation about the state of packaging and waste, I would say, and how countries are dealing with that differently. So we went to represent America with Chris Bradley and myself. We got to speak about the current state of waste in America and what we're doing to improve, and things like EPR and making recycling more available for people. We talked about kind of the lack of recycling availability for millions of Americans don't even have it available at their homes, curbside, and how those improvements are in the works.
Cool, man. So what did you experience when you were there?
I was totally amazed by the culture. The people were so kind. We got a lot of looks. We certainly stuck out as
even in like Osaka. I mean, Osaka is obviously a major city.
I didn't see a lot of I mean, there's 2.7 million people in Osaka. Where I live in Oregon, the whole state has only 3.3 million. So it was a very busy place, very crowded. But at least in certain areas, very touristy areas. But we certainly spent a lot of time in non-touristy areas, which was really fun. And we spent a lot of our time at grocery stores and convenience stores looking at different kinds of packaging that they have. And
so what was the packaging that stood out?
Things like this. I bought this because it was all paper, and these are like
it's like the
Pringles kind of a knockoff, or maybe it's the primary brand there. I don't know, but this kind of packaging was really impressive and exciting to see that there are alternatives. We also did see the Pringles cans that do have the paper bottom instead of the metal bottom.
Okay, so then all right, so that chip pack that you've got there, it's a paper tube.
Yep.
But if you lift the lid,
I haven't even opened it yet. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know how it opens. But I do know that there's a hatch under here that I think you open. I don't know. I haven't
even. There's a hatch on it opens from the bottom?
I think so. Yeah.
Does it have like a Drake quote? It says like started from the bottom, now you're here. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So it does open on the top.
All right. Is there plastic? Is there a plastic seal on there?
And then in the inside,
it's wah.
Yeah. So looks like a metallic container on the inside.
Interesting.
So
it's printed.
Yeah.
So it's like
this could just be that, I think this is one of those things where it's consumer perception.
Mm-hmm.
And but this will also stay fresh for many months. Whereas if it was just in this and it wasn't sealed, maybe it wouldn't stay. So
yeah, for sure. We got Maro coming in from Brazil.
I think it's a great point. And Cory, you've brought this up before, how, Hugh asked about the paper battery packaging, but you've talked about the consumer perception where if it's like a bottle that's it's a plastic bottle with a label on it, if that bottle's in a box, that is considered to be more sustainable, even though it's just not. I mean, there's more processing, there's more materials, there's more cost.
Right.
So it's always fascinating to me because the Pringles can has an aluminum liner inside of the paper, which makes that tube likely unrecyclable. And it's going to have like a film layer on the top. And so people go like, that's bad, but that is good. It's like, no, they're the same kind of. One is probably a little less expensive because there's only one process, right? You have the tube, you fill it, you cap it, and it goes. This one, you have a flow wrap, you fill it, you take that, you put it into a tube, you cap it, and it goes. So it's always interesting. It's cool. I'm glad that we live discovered that here. Look at all the fun things you find on packaging today.
Yeah,
every day, Monday through Friday, right here on LinkedIn.
That's right. One thing you do find in Japan that I love from a designer's perspective is the packaging culture. So you go into a store, you buy one small item, and this isn't everywhere, right? But like if you're buying, like if it's like a retail store, you buy something, they will do like a beautiful job of wrapping it, and there are multiple layers. Then they hand you this gift essentially. Then you go home, you unwrap all of it, and then you eat your banana and you throw like 10 pounds of plastic away. But it's like the experience. It's all about that experience.
Yeah, even I buy a T-shirt, they would wrap it in this beautiful paper and hand it to me, and I agree 100%. I was totally impressed with the Japanese culture, and I can't wait to go back. Got to see Kyoto and Osaka, and there's so much more to explore there. I would spend months there just learning about them and their culture.
So with all of that packaging that you're getting per transaction, what's the collection method? Like, were there bins everywhere, like separated? Like, how did that work? Was it just like a trash can?
It was very separated, and there was always a bin for plastic, but it was very difficult to find bins. The culture is that you carry your trash with you and you bring it home. And my understanding is they have 21 different bins at home. To recycle, and they are absolutely a use case for this system of non-commingled recycling, where the consumer is the sorting system. It's pretty fascinating to watch.
Cory, do you think that works in a culture that's a little bit more of a like homogenous culture? Like you hear about this in like Norway and Sweden and Japan, and then it's like, why can't we do that in the US? And it's like, well, we're a gigantic country, not just in land mass, but also we're, the states govern differently and there's not a uniformity to it. Can you see something like that happening here in the US, or is it like, man, that would have to be a state by state thing? And I don't know. That seems like a hard pivot to make here for us.
It's a lot easier when you've got a monarchy.
Yeah.
So I think
this would be very difficult in a democratic society. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't take long for us to take care of this then.
It would be great. I think if we have to incentivize the consumer in America.
Well, I mean, talking to oh, sorry, we can get to this question here from Chris.
Chris asking if kids in Japan are interested in recycling and sustainability, or if that's
or Bluey. Do they like Bluey?
There were some. There was a youth day at the UNEP event. And to answer your question, I think the answer is yes. I think the future is the future people, the young people I've met are very excited and interested in sustainability. They want to help. I'll have a podcast about it in a month or two with some of the leaders of that program. And you're going to see more and more coming out about how the next generation is saying, hey, we need to mix this up. It's time to do more and do better.
Mm-hmm.
We're tired of picking stuff up off a beach. We want it to not go into the water in the first place. And I think that's the new mindset.
Nice. Cool, man. So besides that chip pack, as we start wrapping up, you're like, what was another pack that really stood out to you? Like, what'd you take away? Or you're like, all right.
Did you not see his post? He has a whole post about this, Evelio. You're just being lazy. Everyone go follow Cory Connors on LinkedIn. You can see
go follow him there for sure. I'm giving him an opportunity to talk, man.
Lots of really cool paper packages, very interesting designs. I thought some of the Kit Kat boxes were really cool, shapes and interesting designs for chocolate packaging. I'm always drawn to the paper things, but there were also, the battery packaging was really cool. It's just a paper pouch.
But it was just like an envelope.
Yeah. And why can't batteries why can't batteries be packed in a paper pouch? It's so simple.
Shelf life.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think they need an OTR rate.
They need to be fresh.
Yeah.
Those batteries. Remember when you had to stick your fingers on the batteries and it would tell you how
it would have the little green slider to tell you how much energy was. Oh my God, that was stupid.
But overall, incredible opportunity. I'm so thankful to the United Nations and the environmental program for inviting me, and can't wait to do another one someday.
That's awesome, man. So like Adam said, go follow Cory. Go check out some of the packaging that he saw in Japan. Good post. From Houston, we got Kit Kat's the best chocolate bar. Just not the U.S. version.
You like Kit Kat, Penguins, or Tim Tams? I need to know the answer here because
put it in the comments.
International, we gotta know what's the preference.
I love Kit Kat. So many flavors.
All right, guys. Sayonara. Thank you so much. Arigatou gozaimasu. See you, Adam-san, Cory-san. This is Evelio-san signing out. See you guys.